I'm Dr. Clarence C. Knight, Jr., the chair of the Fine and Performing Arts Department here at Bowie State University. I'm also one of the founding members of Awitt, which is the company we will be talking about today.
My name is Nabi Yaya Soare. I'm a native of Sierra Leone, West Africa. I decided to become a playwright, and then I studied English at Harvard, and then also I did classics and philosophy. And then from there, I went on to the University of Iowa, where I did my MFA degree at the Writers' Workshop. Now, I started this company way back in 1991 in Cambridge, in Massachusetts, with some other friends, which was called the African Connection, Inc. In 1991, I was supported by Derek Walcott, a writer from St. Lucia, and also later won the Nobel Prize for Literature. And he wanted us to do, at that time, the play was called World Do for Fred, and the company was called the African Connection, Inc. It was registered as a non-profit organization, and so we did the play at Boston University in 1991 at the Playwrights Theater. But for some reason, the play was okay, but we didn't have the best actors to do it at that time. Some were good, some were not well trained. But we had the opportunity to do it there. Before then, this play was done way back in my freshman year. Let me just say that, although we're talking about the company, but I will come back there. The play, the history, the production history of this company, of this play, and then also the history of this company. Now, when I left, I went to Iowa, and I came back to Bowie here, and I got a job teaching at Bowie State University in the English department. And then I was lucky to meet Dr. Knight, who was also the chair of the Fine and Performing Arts, at that time. And I met him, and I said, look, I want to do something. I want to do interdepartmental, so that people can work together, the theater department, the English department, the history department, and the people that I approached at that time were very willing to, they cooperated with me. So in 2007, working with the English department and some other colleagues of mine in the English department, were able to bring Wole Soyinka here as our first Nobel laureate in literature to come over here and give a talk. After that, we decided then, I said, well, we can also do what Tyler Perry is doing. We admire what he's doing, but also we want to form a company that can do something, Africans and African Americans working together. So Dr. Knight, I met Dr. Knight, and he entertained the idea. We talked about that, and then said it would be a good idea, and then we decided to come up with the name, the Artists and Writers Internet, Television and Theater Incorporated. In fact, Dr. Knight spent his money to register the company in Maryland. I was broke completely. I didn't have money to register. So Dr. Knight was so moved by it, he registered it in the state of Maryland, and then also with the IRS. So we are still waiting to hear from the IRS. I hope they do buckle up so that they can give us the tax exempt. Now, we said, well, if we want to do television, we want to do internet, we want to do theater to reach out a large audience, what is the objective of this company? We also want to tie it down to universities, and we want to reach out to the historic black colleges. But then I said, you as a chair of the Fine and Performing Arts, why don't we try to use the new theater here at Bowie State University, which is a very good location, as the center stage, or let me say the base for us to be able to reach out. We do more like Lloyd Richards did at Yale University with August Wilson. You know, Yale University had always provided a venue for play development. So the late Lloyd Richards worked with August Wilson's there. He worked with Arthur Fugard to develop his plays before even this plays went to Broadway. And then he also worked with Wole Soyinka. I said we can use the Bowie theater and the Fine and Performing Arts so that we can launch out, use it to develop playwrights, artists, and so on, and then to reach out to the historic black colleges. So we came up with the Artists and Writers Internet, Television, and Theater Incorporated as a non-profit organization. Well, I think Dr. Knight would like to say more why, in fact, we are trying to do in partnership with Bowie State University.
Well, I think one of the most exciting things, Dr. Soiree, is the fact that we have this wonderful facility here in which we can engage all of these plays, for an example, that we already have in our inventory. And having said that, I was sort of interested in making sure that we have a place that could actually host the initial inception of this play, and to start it here, which would give us an opportunity to present this to a lot of people who may be, who may, for an example, want to be engaged in supporting the activities that we're planning to do now and henceforth. So Bowie, I think, is an ideal location. I mean, the one thing about this county and this surrounding, I think, is moving very, very positively toward the arts. We have a lot of people in important places in this community and in this county, for an example, that are supportive of the arts. And therefore, Bowie is a very, very good place where we can actually launch this whole project. So I was very excited about it. I mean, as Dr. Soiree said, when we first met and engaged in the conversation about his plays, the playwrights, and all the kind of things that I think would be possible with the use of this theater, I was very excited about this whole venture of setting up the company in which we could engage these plays and also engage this university as a host university as well as a base of operation where we can launch these not only here at Bowie, but to launch it from here to other historically black colleges and universities.
Yes.
So it was sort of a natural, really, because I too I'm a professional musician, but I've been very much involved in theater, as you well know. And so my history, for an example, is theater, music, professional engagements. And so I was very excited about this whole thing that we talked about over the years in terms of how we could actually do this. And I think by forming this company that we formed, it gives us the proper format in which we can actually launch these initiatives.
Yes.
So I'm very excited about it, and I think that as we begin to move forward, a lot of people are going to benefit from this.
From this, yes.
A lot of people will benefit from it, and especially in the area of providing those opportunities for people who have not been recognized so far in their ability to write plays and to launch plays and so forth and so on. Because that's one of the things that Awitt is about. It's about offering these opportunities to some of the people who have been sort of underrepresented in this whole area of theater and television and acting and music and so forth.
Yes.
So I think it's a very, very worthwhile initiative. We're excited about it. We're moving very, very tirelessly with this whole effort. And yes, we've invested money, but time, and I think time well spent, and I think in the long run, it's going to pay dividends for everybody, and especially those people in the arts communities that are very, very interested in seeing things like this take off and be successful.
Auntie, they've come for me.
What is this, my child? What is behind this strange behavior? Fatu, look at me in my face. What is the matter?
Auntie, I am finished.
What? What do you mean, Fatimah?
They have taken away my life.
You will not do this to us, will you?
They came for me and took away my life. See, I can't open my eyes. I am now empty like a mortar. Just a wooden gong. There is nothing left in me, nothing! Can't you understand? Oh, Auntie, I am finished. My life was skinned away from me. Skinned away from my guts. I fought with all my strength, but I was overpowered, defeated and paralyzed. I watched them running away with it. I cried, "Give it back to me! Give it back to me!" There it hangs. There. On their bewitched cotton tree, dripping with blood. I'm slowly withering like a creeping plant burnt out by the sun. My end will soon come when my life which they took away from me stops dripping with blood. There! There! There, Auntie! There! That's her!
No, it is not my sister's picture. That will be the cause of your acting so strangely.
No, Auntie! I dreamed! Oh, Auntie!
No. You be quiet! Tell me what you saw.
In that dream, I saw a pregnant woman with a sword through her. Her entrails were dripping with blood. She held in her arms half of a child badly mutilated. I only saw half of this child. It was a bloody child. Then walking behind her was a girl about my height. She too was bleeding and crying, "Give me my heart!" Then I saw her pointing towards the compound. And before they vanished, the woman carrying the mutilated half-child spat in the chair of Chief Justice. And the whole compound was flooded with human blood. Oh, Auntie, what good would this bring to us?
Now sit here! Hi. Do you hear me? God Almighty. Fatimah, no one will destroy.
You understand? I'm finished. I'm ruined for life.
No one is after you. No one. If you have killed your lucky snake that bears cowries on its head, then you've brought destruction onto yourself. Sit here. I have been trying long to find a convenient time to speak to you. No, this is not the right time either, but I have to do it now before we all drown in the flood of you dreaming tonight. I won't allow this behavior to continue any longer. Listen! God, this is not the way you used to behave. I'm not the only one who's even noticed your odd and unusual actions. Some good neighbors of mine have repeatedly warned me to keep a keen eye on you.
So they have been spying. They destroyed my life. Liars! Hypocrites! These nasty people!
Now be still. Listen to me, you stubborn child. I have noticed this queer behavior of yours after the 40-day ceremony of my late sister, Kayla. God have mercy on her soul.
And on me too.
Nowadays, you just keep away from people. You stare piercingly at things and people and fix your eyes on invisible objects. Sometimes you beat the drums like an initiated girl afraid of the bundle drums. Yes! Don't deny that. Some say you sometimes stand at a place hours on end talking to invisible things. No! I've not finished it! Some say you bite your fingers and you pull in your tongue like a snake, you stamp your feet harshly on the ground, and you make all kinds of grimaces at people. They say you clap your hands and you dance and you sing songs of the dead. Oh, again, I will not help you kill your lucky snake that bears the cowries on its head, lest it bring destruction to our family. Have you killed one? Answer me!
Auntie, I did not. I was the snake that was killed. I did not bring destruction to this family. It's I who am destroyed. I'm finished. They have my life hanging. They have it hanging on their bewitched country, and every day they suck my blood. Don't you see how pale I am? No, you can't help me. You can't and you won't.
What? You, a seedling, a young trindle, a baby still crying in her mother's back. Who else will help you? If I don't help you, who else will? Huh? You and your dreams. Now listen. Now listen. Perhaps you don't know how you came to be a part or a member of this family.
Auntie, I will behave. I will. Please believe in me.
Oh, my child. Sometimes I thought it wise to conceal the facts from you, but it won't be of any help now. We must be free and open to one another. I call you my child. My daughter. And so did my late sister, Michaela. What I have to say may seem to you like the dream you just had. Michaela was not your mother. But that's not what it's not what I want to say to you right now.
Oh, Auntie, you're crying. Auntie, please don't. Please.
You don't know who your mother is. You don't know who your mother was. And you'll never know the likes of her again. She was a woman, strong, beautiful, and loving. Mama Sue was her name. Now listen to me, my child. Your mother was my best and only friend at Kawalu. We were born on the same day, so they say. But a strange thing happened that night. I can still remember that horrible night how she suffered on her deathbed. God, have mercy on us.
Please don't cry. God will have mercy on us.
Oh, baby. Before your mother died, Michaela and I were in the room with her where she lay. Michaela and the others, they were struggling to keep you alive. You never cried. They had to beat the pens and the drums to make you cry. I stayed. And I sat by your mother before she died. When we had given up all hope, she held my hands and she pressed them in hers. And with a dying voice, she called my name 3 times. Nene. 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 Everyone was crying. And then she whispered to me. My hands, they were still in hers. Nene, she said, it was God's providence that I should leave behind my own seed. It was ordained by God that the child had to be born by me. I'm dying. But if the baby lives, let it be yours forever. She belongs to you and your sister, Michaela. And then she died. My child. Her last words were like The words that came from God Almighty. It was then that I made this promise to treat you just as I would my own children. And I would rather die than to break that promise. No. You can't do this to me. Fatimah, you must be open with me. I'll do everything to help you.
I have no other mother except you. The one who I thought was my mother is dead. My room mother I never saw. I opened my eyes and I saw you. And until now, I never knew who my mother was.
So you must not hide anything from me.
Oh, Auntie, I promise. The dream.
Hey.
The dream! I heard voices. And the voices kept saying to me, you must speak. You must speak what you saw. You must speak what they've done to you. Speak. Speak.
Fatimah, I will try to help you just as I did in the case of your mother. You are young and strong.
Oh, my mother! Oh, Mamus. Where is she now? God help her! God help me!
No, don't think this way. Oh, God. I am the only one who can help you. But you must be willing to help yourself. Today is Saturday. I am the only one who can help you, but you must be willing to help yourself. Today is Saturday. My sister's death was brought home to us on a Saturday. Kayla's death still remains a mystery to us, and her daughter's death too. Still so dark. And I must perform this sacrifice at my sister's grave tonight. Look, you'll come with me to the cemetery. You'll come with me to the cemetery. We must offer the sacrifice before dawn. My son, Awitt, comes home tomorrow. My son, Awitt, comes home today. For 10 years. He's been away in strange countries. In the land of white people, they say. How will I receive him? What will my dead sister forgive me if I should dance to welcome my son? What will my neighbors say? I know they'll murmur with dissatisfaction and whisper, oh, I know it. I know they will. If it weren't for that crazy Bambadi, like a cockerel, is trumpeting to the whole world about my son's arrival. Cut. Also, you know that dresser is no longer the chief of this town. Poor man. They took his staff from him. And because of this, he almost lost his senses. He carries his own load on his head.
The stars have disappeared. The clouds are still dark.
You can't even see the hair on your skin, can you?
No.
There! There! What is it?
No, I thought it was a fixed star.
A fixed star.
It was just a shooting star crossing from one end to the other.
We must not stand here. Come. You must do the sacrifice before dawn. I also have to prepare for my son's arrival.
If only the night could see and speak. Daylight would weep.
What?
I thought I heard the cock crowing.
We are at VPS Media Center. I'm your host, Kathleen Von Crosby, and I'll be leading a discussion for the Awitt Theater Project. In the studio today, we have Ms. Cordell Ibekwe, we have Director Shirley Basfield Dunlap, and we have playwright Nabi Yaya Soare. Mr. Soare, our focus today will be on Soare's play, The Rape of Fatimah. Soare. This play was produced in 1980, 1984, 1991, and 1993 in Kissimesmes, Freetown, Sierra Leone. Mostly as a stage reading. Why do you want to do it now for America?
Actually, the play, it was set at Kissimesmes, which is the east end of Freetown in Sierra Leone. The play was first produced in 1980 at the Boston Arts Group Theater with almost like an all-African cast, mostly made of Harvard students. And when we did it, most of us were freshmen, and then we had some other local actors who joined us. The leading role was played by Akusua Bozier, who later appeared in The Color Purple. With Oprah Winfrey as well as Whoopi Goldberg. The play was so successful, she played that role for Fatimah so successfully that I signed a contract. Somebody bought to take the play on the road, but I didn't have much experience in business management. Unfortunately, the production was scheduled to go on the road. But what happened was that the person who bought the rights was actually the father, Joseph Hutchinson, of the Pops group in Chicago. I think he died, so the play didn't go forward. We later did a reading at the Agassi Theater in 1984. Still was Oxfam came in to sponsor the play. Oxfam wanted to sponsor the play in 1984. So we did a reading for them at the Agassi Theater to do it at the Wang Center Theater at that time. But the lady, the director who was supposed to direct it he just passed away last week. The late Eunice Amadou Madi. He came to Cambridge to direct it. And unfortunately, when his father died, he didn't come back. He had a political squabble with the government of Seca Stevens then. So he was badly beaten up and injured. So he was flown back to London where he received medical treatment. So the play didn't go on. I had to just give a stage reading at the Agassiz Theatre.
Okay.
In 1991, again, we decided to do it at the Boston University Playwright Theatre. And Professor Derek Walcott, who was the artistic director of the theatre, Playwrights Theatre at that time, loved the play. He read it and he said, I want you to do this play in my theatre. Why don't you bring your play at the Boston University Playwrights Theatre? Then we decided to do it. And it was produced by a fellow by the name of Charles Boyle. The production was going well. Unfortunately, we didn't raise enough money to do it because there was, again, a financial struggle between the choreographer, Senegalese, whose name was Montaga Sam, and something terrible happened, so the actors rebelled. So that, again, was foiled. And eventually, in 1993, when I won, I submitted this play. One of these plays, one of the 3 plays I submitted to the National Endowment for the Arts. And I submitted in 1992, immediately when we closed the production at Boston University. And it won me this play, A Table for Two, which is a 5-act play. The Rape, this one then was called Waldo for Fred. As a matter of fact, this play got first a reading in 1975 at the Harvard Dudley House in Cambridge. And it was like The Drums of Death, that was the title. Then The Drums of Death changed to Waldo for Fred. And then from Waldo for Fred to the Boston University Playwright, and then it received another, The Rape of Fatimah. And now the new second edition is now The Rape of Fatimah. So actually this play had just like the strange happenings in the play. I am very superstitious, and there were many people, also actors, who were very superstitious about the play. So each time I want to do this play, we had to pour libation to it, so that the ancestors would not be angry. Now this time, we want to make sure that the play is not just done for a small audience. We want the American audience, a large audience, to see actually our own concept of what the theater is all about, a black theater, an African theater that has culture, mystery, the supernatural, themes like the rape, domestic abuse, and many others. And that's why I want, the play speaks highly about the role that women can play in molding society. And I want the people to get to know that we have strong women in African culture. And many people do not think that a character like Nene would stand up to the men. But this play, the female characters are stronger than the male characters. And I want them to see the other side of Africa. And this play will give them the beauty and the ugly aspect of it, but mostly the beautiful part of an African culture. That's why I want the play to reach a larger audience, and with a director like Professor Charlie Batsfield Dunlap coming from Morgan, and I have seen some of her productions. I definitely would like her to direct the play and then to go on the world tour.
I was at Morgan State University. I actually am an associate professor there, and I also head up the theater arts department. And at that particular time, Soiree was teaching at Morgan State University, and we met. And in fact, I asked Soiree to come to my class, which is, I had a black drama class, and he came to the class and discussed one of the plays that I was teaching at the time, which was The Gods Are Not to Blame. And so we then met there. He has since that time been to productions that I've directed, and so when he asked if I would be interested in directing his play, and in fact he gave me several plays, I was really excited about doing this because I really want to make a connection with the continent of Africa, which Cordell explained to me very well. I've sent all my children to Africa, but I've not been there, except I did go to Morocco 2 summers ago. So I met him there, and then from that point, we started that process. We actually were supposed to do this play on several occasions, and for health issues and whatnot, we didn't get a chance to do it. But now we're at a place where we are able to bring this forth. And one of the things I liked about this particular play, and was glad that he had chosen this play as the initial or the one to do, is because of the strength of the women in the play, and especially the African women in the play. And so it was really nice to be able to talk with Miss Cordell about the African women and their tradition. You want to talk a little bit about that?
Yes, I'm from Nigeria originally, and I was speaking to Dr. Dunlap, yes, and she was asking me much about this play, what do I think about it, and it is about the rape of Fatimah, and she was asking me how do we handle rape in Nigeria, or Igbo as a tribe. Then I said to her, where I'm from, it's a taboo. When one is raped, they don't even want anybody to know about it. That was in the past. But now they're taking charge to make sure that does not happen anymore to the young, innocent children, mostly in the remote areas in Nigeria.
I think it is. I think it is. And the reason why is because not only is February Black History Month, and here we are talking about a black woman, but then we go to the next month, which is March, which is also Women's History Month.
Yes.
So we're, as my minister would say, we are feeding a bird with two birds with one slice of bread. And so therefore, I think it's a wonderful opportunity to be able to showcase this particular production, not only during Black History Month, to show the heritage of Africa, but also to show the strength of the black woman. And so I think that it is very, very important. I'm looking forward to not only the production of the play, but I'm also looking forward to being able to do conversations, symposiums, seminars to discuss where we are as black women today as we look on this issue that is still very prevalent in not only Africa, but in America, dealing with rape and dealing with abusive issues such as what Dr. Soiree talked about earlier.
Well, first and foremost, as a non-profit organization, like all the non-profit organizations, it depends mostly on private government funding or corporate funding. We're doing this actually to reach out to Kickstarter and to help us out to be able to get this play going. And then at the same time, Capital One has also expressed an interest in sponsoring this theater project. So we are actually reaching out to as many people as possible to help us get these projects on the right foot. But for now, we want Kickstarter to help us, and at the same time, Capital One and whoever is interested in African culture or in promoting African theater and so on, or bringing African theater to the American community so that they will see the beauty of African culture. Although this is a painful subject, but it also has its beautiful fringes that could make people walk out of the theater with their head raised high to say, yes, not everything is lost. There are also strong women who can correct the mistakes of a society like Nene.